Okay, this is a 3-month update for Sam and Max. I have a big list of things. We're going to kind of jump around because I'm still not quite practiced at this yet. The big news is that these guys now smile and laugh. Maybe Tim can get Max to demonstrate. We'll see. Otherwise, you have to look at separate videos. Maybe not. Okay, this is the watch Jen and Tim look stupid show. Okay, so updates. Let's see. Sam still won't look at Max. I think I took a video of that and posted it. They have become very chatty. They make lots of syllables and noises. Have anything you want to add to that, Tim? Okay.
I'm not swearing yet.
They will occasionally play with toys by kind of holding them if you give them to them. They really love looking at toys, and they love they like it when toys are moving. So we have this play area that we put them face up in, and they actually look up now. They used to just look to one side or the other, but now they look up and they look at all the lights and all the things that are hanging down, and especially if you move them. And I think that's because they're so used to the mobiles. One of the other things, here's a bird claw.
Thank you.
I'll give a pat on the back. That they really like is hanging on their crib. Tim and I call it baby TV because it's just a box with lights and sounds that someone gave us, and they just love it. In fact, Max, if I decide I want to pick him up before he's done with it, he will cry. Like if I'm taking
the box from Eddie and Wayne.
Yes, that's exactly right. So, and the great thing about these is the 3 songs that have already annoyed the heck out of me. We don't have to listen to them. We can plug our iPhones into them and play whatever songs we like, and the kids will be just as mesmerized. So, they like certain patterns. They like looking at particular patterns for toys, and then Grandma and Grandpa sent them a stuffed dog and giraffe that have these really psychedelic looking faces that, would scare a normal adult, but these two, they love looking at those faces. They'll smile at them like they're real people or something. It's pretty funny, and it's a good way to distract them while I'm getting dressed or brushing my teeth or something. Anything to add about the toys? Hi, Max. Okay. Max also likes shiny red things. He likes, actually both of them do, but especially Max. We got a new light switch for the baby room that is basically, it's a joystick, and it has 2 red buttons, and it has a red joystick with a big red ball at the tip, and he loves them. If you hold him up really close to it, he will lick it. He just loves to stare at it. And the other red thing that he really liked was a potato chip bag. It's an empty potato chip bag, and we moved it to him, and he liked to grab it and pull it closer and push it away, and he just stared and stared at it for like 5 minutes. So it's really, really good toy for this baby. Takes after his mom, likes things, boxes, and things that good stuff comes in rather than the actual good stuff. He's got goop all over his lip. They are also both very interested in the ceiling fan. I may have mentioned that before. They'll just stare at it like it's a big giant mobile. So it's a good distraction technique. We try not to use it all the time or it will lose its mesmerizing powers. But if we desperately need them distracted, we can use that. They track us really well with their eyes and their heads now, and they'll also follow toys if we can get them interested in them. You can really tell when he's, like especially Sam, Max as well, when they focus on Mom, on me, if Tim's hanging out with them and then I come by just for a second to say hi, I just come over and I go, "Hi, Max. Hi. Hey, hi. Hi." And then when he recognizes me, he'll give a big smile like that. That was really good.
I'll try that, Sam.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Tim hasn't done it very often, so.
It worked. Sam. Hey, Sam. Sam. Hi. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. No, 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 no.
Sorry, Daddy.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
That's a pity smile.
That was a pity smile. Take it.
Oh, and that was a little bit of one of his laughs. He goes, it's kind of funny. So, Daddy is Max's favorite. He smiles really easily for Daddy. And Sam, I am Sam's favorite. This will hopefully continue because it can work out for us very well in the future. So they won't all be coming to me or, for everything. It'll be good. Let's see. They, as you can see, they've been sucking on their fingers and thumbs a lot. And if Tim lifts his hand, I bet Max will suck on that too. There he goes. You can't really see it from this angle though. And they have a lot of saliva now, a lot more than they used to have. So they choke a lot and cough a lot. It's not too bad, but it's kind of scary. That was Archimedes. Hi, kitty. And they drool a lot more than they used to. So we're wiping up a lot more drool as compared to spit up, and they don't like it when they choke, but that's just one of the things they do now. They have a lot better use of their arms and their legs. Even their legs, they'll kick one leg around and around and around, and then they'll stop and they'll wave their foot around and kind of stare at it. So they're just starting to discover their feet and their legs. Hi, baby. Daddy trying to distract me from the video. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's very good.
No, Daddy's just trying to make Max happy.
Oh, okay. And they're really good with their arms and hands now, although they're still not grabbing for things other than clutching at you when you're holding them.
T-shirts.
They move their fingers independently now. It's not just, mostly fists anymore. But that said, they don't use their hands a whole lot yet. They're a little bit behind in that aspect, but they'll catch up, I'm sure, because they're doing so well in everything else, like their size. How much do they weigh?
13 pounds 8, 14 pounds 11. Last time we officially weighed them.
Yeah, and you can tell he's still the chunky monkey compared to Slim Jim over there.
Yeah, that yellow thing he's got on is labeled 12 months.
Right. It's quite a bit baggy, but it's not a horrible fit. I wouldn't go buying them 12-month things at this age. I think they fit in the 6 to 9 months, and even a lot of the stuff is 3 to 6 months. So baby clothing sizes are a little funky. They don't. Some 3 to 6 month sizes run small, and some run big. I'm sure everyone already knows this. Oh, and as you can see, they can hold their heads up pretty darn well by themselves. Let's see if we can give a good demonstration.
As the head tilts back.
I know. But look at that. Look at that. That's so much better than the last video where I had to manhandle their chins in order to get them to face the camera in the slightest. Yes, I'm talking to you. Talking about you. Yeah. Maybe Daddy can demonstrate his Max's head holding while I talk about the next thing. Max is really, really good at it, and I think it's because he doesn't have quite as much weight to carry around. If you lean him forward a little bit, you usually get him to stretch his neck out like a turtle and look around all on his own. That's him. That's just him. That's not Daddy.
Of course, the rest of them I gotta hold up.
Yeah, well, they're still floppy babies, All right, you can take them down. Okay, so they're currently on only 5 ounces of formula each a day, and they're currently refusing it pretty much most of the time now, this past few days. So we're not sure yet how we're going to deliver their Zantac, but we have a pediatrician appointment on Tuesday, so we'll go over that at the time. Sorry, Tim should fill this space if he can. Let's see. Oh, they are much more active than they used to be. They don't sleep as much. They take maybe a couple of smaller naps in the day. Sometimes we have feeding cycles, I guess I call them. So we have a feeding, and then they have an activity period, and then they have a cranky period where they're either active or sleepy, and then they have a nap period. Well, that lasted like a week. And then now sometimes they're active the whole way through. Sometimes they're active and happy, sometimes they're active and cranky.
Right now they're
active and happy.
after a nap. Everybody except Daddy
Well,
got a nap.
and then we had a feeding, yes.
And then we had a
So we're very, very happy babies right now. Let's see. Oh, and they're hardly cross-eyed at all. You'll notice, you remember that in the last month's video, Max was cross-eyed all over the place. But now they really focus pretty well. They can see, oh, and there he goes kicking his foot like I told you. Oh, what else you got to say? Anything else? Oh, bless you. Oh, you're so cute. They like to have conversations with me and with Tim when Tim has the time. And they'll do a lot of the talking. It's pretty good. Oh! Uh-oh. Should I sit you up? Let's bounce you up. But they like the bouncing now more so than they like the patting, but they still like being patted on the back. So Max is hardly cross-eyed. They can see several feet now. They can totally make out my form moving around, even if they can't see my face, and they'll follow me around with their eyes. And then if I come close, then they'll light up, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's Mama. That's who that blob is. That's what I thought." Let's see. Max falls asleep really easily. Sam requires a lot of work to get him to go to sleep. And Sam has become the fussy one, and Max has become the easygoing one. You best change that position, Tim. And his face needs wiping again. All that drool. Let's see. Both of them prefer the breast milk to the formula. I think I kind of mentioned that. They're both easier to put down, to set down, like, in a chair and a swing or something and walk away. Whereas they used to just cry and you had to hold them. Just could not get anything done. Now we can get things done in like 3-minute spurts, at least. Maybe a little more, They recognize themselves. Well, I don't know if they recognize themselves, but they see their reflection in a mirror. Both of them do. And they also have just started watching TV. So, we were able to get away with having the TV on and them facing us or something. Or we could put them down and they'd stare anywhere but at the TV, unless the TV had the blue screen on, just a plain blue screen, then they like that. But now they see shapes moving about. Uh-oh. Come on, Daddy. Calm down. We're almost done with the video. Okay, now they see shapes on the TV, and they kind of like to watch the TV, so they definitely take after their dad. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, make sure they don't get too much TV at this age. There is a lot less crying and a lot more objecting, and you heard him go, "Yeah, that's an objection." And Sam, when he objects, he goes, like that. Sometimes Max does, too. But Max likes to tell you off. He's objecting to something as well. So anyway, yeah, it's easier to set them down, but it does take practice, and it took practice. We had to practice putting them down so they would get used to it. And even now, it takes a certain amount of timing. We have to know when we can safely put them down without them crying and when we can't. So now is usually the portion where I put the babies up so they can do their thing. So we'll let Sam be all cute for a minute. Hi, Sam.
Max in there too,
yes, but he's not happy.
But he doesn't know why he's unhappy, so this might work.
He look all cute for the grandparents.